Guillermo Rigondeaux is relentless on Vasyl Lomachenko's ass. Pause. Stay tuned. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest of boxing. You want to become part of the gang? We working. Please believe it. Believe it, please. And boxing's been phenomenal. Now, I made a video about this, the whole outlining kind of the recent turn of events with the Vasyl Lomachenko Rigondeaux back and forth. Shout out to my dude Rigondeaux. He did respond to my video that I did earlier, which we'll get to. And I'm going to read what he said and just expand on my thoughts. This is his page, his Instagram page. It's a picture of Batman and Iron Man. And the caption says, "I can only imagine if my haters were Marvel fans and Iron Man was challenged by Batman, saying, 'No fair, Iron Man makes more money. He shouldn't fight Batman.' What a bunch of huevo-less people." He's saying, so they ain't got no nuts, the people who are doing this. And I agree. Then he took the picture from Lomachenko's page where he was diving in the pool, and it says, "Hurry up, Clemus," who is Lomachenko's manager. "Let's flight to 135 pounds before Rigo gets here." Right? And his caption reads, "It used to be that they just moved up from the division in order to duck me. Some of these so-called champions are really getting hashtag high tech," which is Lomachenko's nickname, so that's kind of like a double entendre. Rigondeaux's on his battle rap, "and learning how to flight so I can't catch up to them. Hashtag Rigo Loma 2017. Now, I've said it then, I'm going to say it now. You guys are in the same sport. You want to call a man's bluff, the best way to do it is fight him. You know what I mean? See what's real. Like, send him an offer that's legit and take it from there. It's that simple, right? And some people, "Oh, you're biased." I just told you in the last video, Lomachenko has a chance to win. Rigondeaux has a chance to win. I just want to see it. What part of that is bias? You know what I'm saying? Bias is the motherfuckers who are hiding and trying to discount Rigondeaux and acting like this is not newsworthy because they don't want to see the fight, because they don't want the potential for a fighter that they're riding with to lose. You know what I mean? Some people, "Oh, you protect this fighter or this fighter." What is there to protect? I'm telling you, I want to see the fight. Lomachenko can scrap. Rigondeaux can scrap. What am I protecting? You gotta ask yourself these questions. And I told y'all in January this wasn't gonna be a good year for some of y'all. I prophesized that. I told y'all, tell the truth. Tell the truth. And everything that I said is coming true. You know what I mean? People simply, they don't want to get it, but they're gonna get the picture. And some people are like, "Oh, you're doing this and you're riding for this person." I'm riding for boxing. You know what I mean? This ain't about any one person when I do videos. You know what I mean? I never even went or met Rigondeaux or anything until just a few weeks ago. You know what I mean? I'm doing what's right for boxing, and all boxing fans should want to see the best versus the best. Good matchups that could be made. If someone's calling you out, you're a fighter. He's a fighter. You guys are close enough in divisions. He said he'll go to 130. What's the problem? Beat him, move up. But the scary boxing fans and boxing media, right? They see a fighter or a compromising situation, they know the talent level, so they'll make every excuse in the book to hope the fight doesn't happen. Who does that? If you're a boxing fan and you're just in the back seat, you know what I mean? Why would you care? Why, you know what I mean? There's like ulterior motives there. It's a good fight. And you can't justify Lomachenko versus Jason Sosa, but fighting Rigondeaux is just blasphemous to you, and it doesn't make sense. That doesn't even make sense to even have that line of thinking. You're okay with Jason Sosa, a guy who got knocked down by Javier Fortuna, struggled a bit with Steven Smith, and lost, in my opinion, to Nicholas Walters. You're okay with that fight. right? But you're not okay with Rigondeaux, who also has an Olympic gold medal. You know what I mean? It's not adding up. And I told you the truth was coming. Now, this is the video, as you guys can see. This is the video I did below, and Rigondeaux replied to me, and he says, if they thought Loma was gonna beat me, they would have scheduled the fight already. They want to see me lose, but they know better. They know. Hashtag Rigo Loma 2017. I'm telling you, the walls are closing in, because all that bullshit that was going around circa Mayweather Pacquiao when they weren't fighting, you can't just do that anymore. Social media is getting too big. These boxing forums and channels and different things, the message is getting too loud. You can't suppress it anymore. You can't oppress it anymore. The message is just getting too loud. There's some real life boxing communities that they're not having it no more. You know what I mean? They're like, man, why not fight? Let's see it. It makes all the sense in the world. See, and you can see he retweeted my video. This is his verified Twitter account. Crazy. It's crazy that the fans really try to justify the fight not happening. And he even got at Bob Arum. Rigondeaux's really getting on his Shannon Briggs. Let's go, champ. Look at his hair. You know what I mean? He's really like terrorizing the other side. And I'm just waiting for a response from Lomachenko. I like Lomachenko. He's a good fighter. So Bob Arum, on his verified account, he opened a Twitter account not too long ago. He says, what a gift ESPN is giving the public. Manny Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn title fight with Mike Conlon live from Brisbane. And Rigondeaux got at Bob Arum, his former promoter. He said, too bad you aren't doing the same for the fans, allowing a Rigondeaux Loma 2017. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you guys always try to make this into some gang-banging, like turf war. I told you, for me, I'm only held accountable for what I say. And what I say is what I mean. You know what I mean? I like Lomachenko. I like Rigondeaux. That's why I want to see it. Roy Jones said the same thing when I interviewed him just a few weeks back. He said Rigondeaux was at 122. Lomachenko was at 126. Why did we see that? Why did we see it? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? And it's the sucker people in boxing who find every excuse. Oh, Rigondeaux doesn't sell. His style is boring. So Lomachenko should fight a boring champion. Even if he moves up, he won't be a champion. But he hasn't lost. So he's a champion in the lighter division. Just like Kell Brook. Y'all didn't have a problem when Kell Brook moved up for Golovkin. Oh, that's a good money fight. It makes sense. Chris Eubank didn't want it. So why you have a problem now? What's the problem now? You guys get what I'm saying? So the walls are closing in, man. And the pressure is going to get greater and greater. Just like Canelo Golovkin, another prime example. You never heard me one time not push for that fight. I always told you that I wanted to see that fight. You never heard it. But it's funny because you go look at the other side, the people who say the exact opposite and say, oh, ego, you're biased and stuff. They're never doing videos like this when it comes to certain fighters. If it's Rigondeaux who has been calling Lomachenko, you don't see those videos. You don't see those articles. But if it's the fighters we know that they celebrate, then all of a sudden it's going to be a million videos. Or if it's like a Kovalev versus Ward, the first fight, how it was somewhat controversial to some, and there was a conspiracy on the judges robbed Kovalev. You'll make videos about that. You'll do a bunch of stuff about that, but you won't talk about this. We know the real and we know the fake, and it's time. And like I said, Eagle Valley is gonna have to come out more and more, but we will put the pressure on boxing. This is not against one promoter, one person. This is not protecting one fight. This is everybody. Anybody can get it, for real. And I told y'all, I'm coming to eradicate all that nonsense. I am Frank Castle, the Punisher. Good fights should happen, right? I don't want to, we're talking about Rigondeaux, Lomachenko, Mayweather, McGregor. That don't have nothing to do with it. I'm talking about, you want to talk about Mayweather, McGregor, you can go to any of the videos where I'm talking about Mayweather, McGregor. Leave all the comments you want, say it's this fight. I'm talking about Guillermo Rigondeaux, a champion, and gold medalist, Olympic gold medalist 2-time, versus another champion and Olympic gold medalist, Vasyl Lomachenko. Why don't fans want to see that fight? We need to make this happen. We need to put the pressure. And again, the truth always comes out. So it's going to be a very interesting move, especially if Tank Davis ends up fighting Lomachenko's, the fight he should be avenging, the loss to Salido. Because if that happens on the Mayweather-McGregor card, then that's a missed opportunity from Team Lomachenko as far as I'm concerned, because they should have taken care of that and did an immediate rematch, just like Andre Ward did with Kovalev, just like Mayweather did when there was chatter about Castillo beat him. He fought him the same year. He said, I'm gonna take care of my shoulder, get the surgery, and that same year, go to BoxRec, go to Wikipedia, do your research, do your homework. Same year he fought him. Same thing with Maidana. They said, okay, it was a draw. They're saying he beat me even though he was doing dirty shit. Okay. Came back the same year and fought him and beat him easier. Just showed you there's no fluke. Lomachenko still hasn't done that. And he's being #1 pound for pound on HBO. Let's see it. You're #1 pound for pound. You got to do something, baby. Let me know what you guys think. It's a good fight. Vasyl Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. Let's see it. He's calling him out, and I'm telling you, it's not those days of just saying, oh, he doesn't really want it, he won't really move up to 130. Offer him something nice, something respectable, and see if he doesn't want it. And if that comes out, then we'll talk about that. If you offer him, let's say they offered Rigondeaux 750,000, or they offered Lomachenko and Rigondeaux both 750,000. And Lomachenko's like, okay, sign me up. And Rigondeaux doesn't, then we'll talk about that. But we're not doing these make-believe situations. Oh, he'll find a way to pull out with injury and fake it. No. Talk about facts. Let's get into some logistics and get interviews from the teams and stuff showing how this person that. And I don't care. People are like, oh, Rigondeaux, he didn't want to take 500,000. This is 2017. Let's talk about this fight now. This fight can happen now, so I don't really care about. That's just like Canelo Golovkin. I wanted to see it last year. It didn't happen. Oh well. So Canelo's fighting the motherfucker now. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Rigondeaux Lomachenko should happen next. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego Sunday. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.